For all your tax preparations. Mark Eklund has been a staple in the Gregory community for many years and wants to help you and your business have success by specializing in all types of bookkeeping. Eklund Tax can take care of any agricultural, retail, or personal bookkeeping or tax preparation. Call Mark at Eklund Tax today at 605-835-9665.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS. Do you have a...
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today. Lucky for us.
Is your team or organization looking to improve their look? Are you looking for quality custom apparel with fast, friendly service from people you can trust? Then contact Apparel Works in Wagner, South Dakota. They can provide you with all kinds of options of screen printing or embroidery on your team's new uniforms or your office wear. Apparel Works is also the place to pick up your promotional items such as koozies, pens, and magnets. Contact their knowledgeable and friendly staff today at 605-384-3553 or visit their website at apparelworkssd.com.
Do you have the right financial advisor to help you reach your goals? Ameriprise Advisors can create a personalized, goal-based plan to help you prepare for whatever life brings so you can feel more confident about your financial future. Call Wealth Partners, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, today at 605-842-3832. That's 605-842-3832. Office is located at 214 East 2nd Street, Winners, South Dakota, 57580. Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Mead Lumber is 100% employee-owned. Mead Lumber is your source for building materials. Whether your plans are for new construction or updating your existing home or barn, Mead Lumber provides the know-how and the materials you need. Lumber, steel, roofing, siding, drywall, windows, doors, and so much more. Start to finish, Mead Lumber has what you need and want for your project. Mead Lumber is your hometown lumber yard. Stop in and see what Mead can do for you. 102 North Main Street in Winter.
The Insurance Center in Winter is an independent insurance agency affiliated with many fine companies representing all types of insurance. They're able to provide you with a no-obligation comparison of your auto, home, business, crop, farm, life, and health insurance needs. Since they have access to so many companies, they have the ability to offer you the best possible coverages at the most competitive rates. For all of your insurance needs, it's the Insurance Center in Winter, White River, Platte, Burke, and Valentine.
For over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
Give it off to Cisse, gliding to the basket. Out to 3, Jay Hayes. Good. And Eric Glenn wants to stop the music.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl as we get underway here for the Father's Day tournament. And first game action here from Leahy Bowl, going to take on the Winter Colome Junior Teeners versus the Parkston Junior Teeners. Due up first for Parkston was Jax Kurtenbach. He grounded over to Levi Heenan at second for out number 1. Due up now is number 12. Oop, don't have the right jersey on. It's actually going to be Burke Newble, wearing number 12. Let's see, as we kind of slowly get going here today, we'll set the defense here for the Royals. The winner Colome Junior Teeners. It's Carter McKenzie on the bump, Max Feasterman behind the plate. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold. Evan Littaw over at first, Levi Heenan at second. As Newble go down on strikes, it'll be Langston Dutt over at first, Weston Foster at short, and the outfield from left to right. Excuse me, going to be Rook and Robbins. Oop, that was going back up the middle. And McKenzie and Foster not going to be able to come up with that one. It's going to be Gus Tobin out in center and Riley Pepple out in right to round out the defense. And that was Sean Deckert with the single there to put the man aboard. First one here for the Parkston Trojans. Hit and run is on. Tobin Foster gonna camp underneath of it, not gonna be able to come up with it. So Deckert on his horse gonna go from first to third, and with 2 down, we have runners on the corner for Parkston here in the top of the first. And then we're gonna have a courtesy runner come in for the catcher. Pickoff attempt back over to first. Not going to be in time.
Runner gets back to first. On the pickoff play.
So we'll jump out to center field, see how it's looking out here today. That's that pitch from McKenzie. Going to miss. We'll take our count to 1-0.
Ball 1. 1-0.
Next pitch from McKenzie, going to be put out and play. It's going to be blooped into shallow left center. It's going to be in there for a hit. Press the wrong key. So that'll score 2 runs as Parkston plates him. And that's a 2-run RBI by Mr. Cohen Bauer.
Brings up the extra hitter.
Pitch on the way, swung on. It's going to be the extra hitter, Cruz Wilson, up next for Parkston.
Runner gets back on the pickoff attempt. That's the third out. Parkston scores 2.
Is Parkston going to plate 2 in the visiting half of the first? We'll be back in 60 seconds after hearing from our sponsors for the home half of the first inning in just a moment.
Explore the 2023 Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a re-carpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start-stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
Computers and More, located at 27786 311th Avenue, is obviously your computer sales and repair in winter. The More is so much other than you can imagine. We are your local outlet for Winter Warriors sports apparel. We do screen printing and embroidery for your purple and gold attire. Stop in and check out all our gear on hand for you to wear at the next game. Call us at 842-9057 and see how we can design your company logo on all types of clothing. And remember, thanks for keeping it local.
Shirley, welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl as we get underway here in the bottom of the first as the Royals will dig in for the first time here, looking to avenge a couple of those runs that were plated in the top of the first on some untimely extra outs, as Coach Feasterman calls them. Due up first for the Royals, it's going to be number 14, Rukin Robbins. Rukin playing left field for the Royals. He's going to step in, see the first pitch stay high. We'll get the defense for Parkston here in a minute. The second pitch going to even things up at 1-1. On the bump, it's going to be Jack Jadozzi, and his battery mate going to be Jackson Leischner behind the plate. So the next pitch to Robbins going to be popped up behind home. Leischner doing a nice job of tracking it down, but just out of range. So Rukin Robbins trying to mix both names there together. Going to get an extra life here, and we'll go back to the infield. Over at first, it's going to be Cohen Bauer. At second, it's going to be Leighton Sudbeck. Over at third, it's going to be Zach Thuringer. And to round out the infield at short, it's Burke Newble. As Robbins is going to stay alive again. That one fouled off, and Leischner not able to hold on to it for that foul tip third strike.
Still 1-2.
So as Jadozzi Wines delivers, that one fouled back up and into the screen. So Robbins going to stay alive again. So as we run it back again, I believe I still have the outfield to do for the Parkston defense. It's a Jax Kurtenbach out in left, Sean Deckert in center, and Brody Overby in right. As Robbins going to be retired on strikes for out number one. Bringing up the catcher for the Royals, it's Max Feasterman stepping in. First pitch to Feasterman, low and away. Count moves 1-0. Of course, these Royal junior teeners, as Jadozzi will wind and deliver again. Pitch going to get called that time in the lower half. I mean, not their first tournament. As of course, Winter always hosts the Father's Day tournament, but they went down to Dakota Valley the other weekend, and it was a rough go of things for these junior teeners. Ran into Vermilion, a tough team. Coach Feasterman thought that was a game they could have pulled off. Ended up falling behind, tallying the loss by a 7-3 score. And then I believe it's the Marion Freeman sticks as Feasterman going to get under one. That one's blooping over to short. It's going to be hauled in cleanly for out number two. So the Royals going to be down to Carter McKenzie here in the top of the first, bottom of the first, with two down. Excuse me, the Marion Freeman team ended up putting up 13 runs on these junior teeners, and then they rounded things out by playing Dakota Valley, the host team, and that was a 14-4 final. So just, I mean, some good competition over East, much needed, as McKenzie going to find one, and that's in a gap over the left fielder's head. McKenzie's at second, rounding, looking for third. And he's going to be in there safely at third. So with the triple to start things off, Carter McKenzie gets the job done here for the junior teeners. Now only standing about 90 feet away from scoring to make at least cut into this deficit and help himself out a little bit. But that'll come down to the extra hitter, Uriah. Gosh, I don't want to assume last names. That's probably not the right thing to do. But Uriah going to ground over to short, going to be fielded cleanly and hauled in. So Uriah, oh, excuse me, that was Lita, actually, after. Uriah will be up next. Got ahead of myself in the lineup card. Evan Lita there going to ground over to the shortstop for out number 3. When with that one complete, it's 2-0. Parkston leads on a pair of hits with a pair of runs and one winner Colome Air. And of course, the triple not enough for the junior teeners. We'll be back after our sponsors to see what the second inning has in hold for us in just a moment.
Shirley's Diner is located at 142 East 2nd Street in Winters, South Dakota. Come meet Martha 1 and Martha 2 and their friendly, courteous staff. Shirley's Diner is open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Breakfast is served all day, and check out the Shirley's Diner Facebook page for all their daily lunch specials. All meals are made fresh and homemade every day. If you can't make it to the diner, they'll deliver. Just call 605-842-3903. Shirley's Diner serves customers from near and far and are a proud supporter of all school activities on Sports Ticket Live. It's easy to remember. There's nothing finer than Shirley's Diner.
Winter Dental, located at 911 Golden Prairie Drive, is proud to provide Winter and the surrounding area with high-quality, high-tech, patient-centered dentistry. Dr. Brad and the entire staff, including hygienists Michaela Smith and Sierra Hansen, are honored to have the opportunity to serve the good people of Winter and the surrounding area with gentle, compassionate, and high-quality dental services. For information on all the services they can provide you or to make an appointment, please call 605-842-1793 or go to winterdentalclinic.com.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl. Top two action just getting underway. It's going to be for the Parkston Junior Teeners, the second baseman Leighton Subbeck, up first. He's going to ground that one right back in front of home plate. Carter McKenzie going to come off the bump, field that one, and throw over to first in time for out number 1. So, due up next, it's going to be the third baseman, Zach Thuringer. The count evens up here from McKenzie. That breaking ball going to stay inside, and count will move to 2-1. Try giving that center field camera going to give us some fits. Stay a little windy out there in center. So Thuringer going to take a cut at that one. Put 2-2 on the board, and the count. McKenzie back on top, looking to get it done, but Thuringer going to stay alive, foul that one just out of play, and actually it'll come back in off the light post. Count will remain at 2-2. As McKenzie will deliver again. That one checked. We're going to peel it down to first. did not go. Of course, that was almost a defensive cut, if anything, there from Thuringer. We'll see the count go full, and McKenzie doesn't want to lose him. If he can stay on top here, keep any sort of runners from these Trojans off the base pass, it would be beneficial. Of course, that is also the name of the game with baseball. You don't want runners on. He will end up getting the backwards K there on Thuringer. It'll bring up next the pitcher, Jack Jadozzi for the Parkston Trojans.
Jadozzi, the pitcher, batting next. Ball one inside.
And that one going to run high and in again, count quickly 2-0 here. As McKenzie will wind deliver again. Jadozzi going to put that one in play. It's going to be blooped out to right. It's actually going to get over the head of Peppel out there. Jadozzi on his horse, going to be in at second and going to stop there. Not going to try to push it.
Ball drops in for a double for Jadozzi.
And so Jadozzi will stand on second with the 2-out double.
2-out double, so one on second.
It's due up next for the Trojans. Going to be the right fielder, Brody Overby. It's McKenzie going to step off, walk back. Jadozzi in the pitcher v. pitcher matchup there out on the base pads. Pickoff attempt over to second. Get you a quick change back. Going to be in there safely as Jadozzi. Nice move by McKenzie to try to pick him off. This time, McKenzie comes home. Overby chases that one upstairs. Count goes to 0-1. As McKenzie collects a sign, checks on Jadozzi. Not going to take as healthy of a lead this time. That pitch from McKenzie stays high and outside, evening things up at 1 apiece. So after that first pickoff attempt out to second, you see Jadozzi being a little bit more cautious as another pickoff attempt out to second. Not going to be in time. As you can kind of see just from, we'll give you that mound shot again from up here in the crow's nest, where Jadozzi's initial lead was, not getting anywhere near as far as he was before. As Overby watches the third pitch of this at-bat. Sail across for a strike, and McKenzie goes on top. Now 1-2, looking to get out of here, and instead going to peg Overby and put runners on the corner. And so that'll put runners on first and second as we look over to Overby. Gets a nice reaffirming, hey, you're okay, from first base coach over there. Don't rub it. I believe that's what I'm sure, all the kids are saying. You're fine, don't rub it. And the lineup card flips over back to the top, and it'll be Kurtenbach back up. That's the first pitch to Kurtenbach. Going to get away from Feasterman behind the dish. And it'll put runners on second and third.
Ball one, no strikes. Strike one, 1-1.
Try giving you a little bit of a different look here from what we're seeing at Leahy Bowl over at third. Is that one fouled off, back and out of play. Count 1-2. I believe this is where any sort of dugout or coach would be saying, throw him the chair, give him the curveball, the deuce. Or on the flip side, you hear, give him the heater. Of course, a lot of different analogies out there in baseball. McKenzie, there goes. Fastball, but stays high and out. And it puts the deuces wild. 2-2 here in the top of the second. Deuces all over the place on the scoreboard from Leahy Bowl here in Winter, South Dakota. As that one's, ooh, my keyboard locked up on me. We'll see if we can't get it flipped over. It's going to be McKenzie on the right side of your screen there, fielding that pop fly all the way over by first. So Parkston going to leave 2 on, come up with 1 hit and no Winter Colome errors in that half inning. And we'll see what the Royals have in the bottom of 2 to counteract those 2 runs given up in the first in just a moment here from Winter Warriors Live and liveticket.tv.
Your local cooperative has a new name. CHS Northern Plains and CHS Midwest Cooperative have joined together to better serve you under the new name CHS River Plains. You gain more options and more value with access to global markets and a powerful supply chain. And you can do more every day using inputs delivered by a team who knows what you need when you need it. Visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in today and let us help you own every day.
Yeah. Another one. Yep. Man, this town's changed. Yeah. About damn time.
Schrader Electric and Control, located in Winter, is available for all your electrical service needs. With close to 40 years of experience, Brian and his crew can take care of all your electrical projects, residential or commercial. Schrader Electric works with new construction, remodels, and new additions. Call Brian at 605-840-8913 to get a quote or schedule your next electrical service. Schrader Electric and Control is a proud sponsor of the schools on the Live Ticket Network.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance, we know you have a lot of options, but it can be hard to find an honest, reliable auto repair shop. That's where we come in. Hometown Automotive, committed to providing our customers with honest, quality service at a reasonable price. We use years of training and experience to provide you with the best car care possible. Hometown does oil changes, tune-ups, and computer diagnostics. We sell tires, batteries, and Schaefer products. We install engines, trannies, starters, water pumps, brakes, and much more. Call us at 842-1722 and let our experience be your advantage.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl as we get underway. It was the leadoff single by the man over there on the right side of your screen, Uriah Gonzalez, to start things off here for the Royals. Due up next, going to be Langston Dutt, the left fielder, third baseman, wrong side of the field. Well, right side, wrong spot. As the first pitch to Dutt, going to miss. Takes our count to 1-0 as Gonzalez takes his lead over at first. Jadozzi delivers home. That one stays high and away. Count goes quickly to 2-0 now to the third baseman for the Royals. Josie winds, delivers again. Dutt, big cut there, a little in front of it. It looked like count moves to 2-1. Yeah, maybe a little bit of head pull there. Just got to keep your head down, eye on it, and drive this one, put it in play. As I'm sure Troy Feasterman, Coach Feasterman, has mentioned, a lot of green grass. Got to find a spot. Besides Gonzalez in the first for the Royals with those 2 hits, it was Carter McKenzie with the triple. Parkston with theirs, a couple singles, and then also answering back with a nice double there from Jadozzi in the top of the second. If you're just tuning in, as Dutt takes a big cut, see the count go full. Walk it or knock it situation. As Gonzalez takes a modest lead over at first. Jadozzi going to line, deliver, worry about Dutt as that one stays inside, and it will be a base on balls as we switch cameras over to this third base side, and you'll see Langston Dutt come into view, and we'll see Jadozzi again as it's going to be now Gus Tobin, the center fielder, stepping in for the Royals next. As Jadozi winds, delivers home. Tobin times it up, takes a step, doesn't swing, but it's in there for a called strike. So as Jadozi will collect his sign again, he's going to look at the runners quickly, and after holding him back, delivers to Tobin, and he'll stay upstairs. Due up next for the Royals, it's going to be Levi Heenan, the second baseman, in the hole. Riley Peppel, the third baseman. And then to round out the at least batting order lineup card, it's Weston Foster, at that 10-hole spot with the extra hitter, and Uriah Gonzalez out there on second base. And Jadozi gets another one by Tobin. Count moves to 1-2. Gonzalez takes a little bit bigger lead, getting a little bit out there more at second. Dutt not worried about getting picked off over at first. Pretty decent lead. And Tobin watches that pitch stay outside to even things up at 2s apiece. So as Jadozi comes set again, collects his sign. Will deliver to Tobin. He's going to put that one in play over to the right side. It's going to be fielded at second nicely over there by Sudbeck. Will retire Tobin, but the nice ground out over the right side of the infield will move the runners up, and now the tying run represented by Langston Dutt out on second base. And, of course, Uriah Gonzalez, the extra hitter, only 90 feet away now, sitting at third with one away. As Heenan will step in first. Levi, the second baseman, looking to do some damage. Played a couple runs here. All it takes is base hit for him. Jadozi runs the first pitch inside. Comes set, will repeat the action, and the delivery home going to be called. Strike number 1 to even things out. We'll run it back. Pitch number 3. Jadozi's set and delivering. Heenan going to put that one in play. Oh, nice grab over there at short by Numel. Gets up. But after the nice play, a little bit of circusry out there at shortstop. Trying to get Dutt too far off the bag as he was just running. The flip over to second. Gets away. So with 2 down, the Royals end up saving the opportunity here. As now it's the right fielder, Riley Peppel, stepping in with a chance to still plate these 2 runs. He goes out in front of the first pitch too far. As Jadozi winds, delivers. Peppel still timing a little off. Nice cut, but just not there. Ball and bat not meeting up. Count will go to 0-2. If you're the Royals, this is a situation you don't want to leave these 2 base runners out there. Leaving men on is never ideal, especially in scoring position. Just almost the exact same situation we saw Parkston come up with, as that one's going to be grounded right behind the pitcher. Nice play over that short. Numel, as he gets over Jadozi's head, fields it in that gap between second and the mound. And then a strong throw across the diamond in time to get Peppel. Will retire the advancements of the 2 runners on in scoring position for the Royals. Came up with 1 run on no runs on 1 hit, 2 men left on. We'll be back with 3rd inning action in just a moment here on Live Ticket TV.
Meyer Ag is your Beck's Hybrids seed dealer located in Winters, South Dakota. Meyer Ag is a family-owned company specializing in seed consulting and zone-based variable rate that services South Central South Dakota. Contact Trace Meyer at 605-842-5458 to learn more about Beck's Hybrids and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you. Meyer Ag in Winters, South Dakota is a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in Winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, remodel, new addition, or new construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, or electrical work in Winter and the surrounding area. We handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer for Train heating systems too. Good luck in today's event.
H&O Electric is a proud supporter of all area student athletes and activities on Live Ticket TV.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl as we get going again. We're actually pretty deep into this top of the third. Of course, it was the man who had all the plays defensively for Parkston up first. As Newell just popped up over to the right side of the infield to start things off. That was a pop out, I believe, to Heenan at second. And then retired on strikes was the center fielder Deckert there, as we were just coming back. You got to see. So with two down, it's Jackson Leichner up at the dish. The catcher did score earlier. Believe he was on. Well, I guess I don't remember how he reached. Got him in the book at 0 for 1, but also scoring. Don't see a strikeout by his name. I guess as we try to figure it out, we'll focus more on the action. The first pitch was in there for a called strike, and then a low and away pitch, evening things up at 1 apiece. Oh, 1 and 2, excuse me, with the foul ball. That one swung on. It's going to get ruled a foul ball, but Leichner, I think, might have even taken that one off the hands as he swung. That was a breaking ball lay-in that I think Leichner might have thought was going to come back over the plate, tried protecting, and it did not come back the way it expected to. He'll come back, field that one over to second. Heenan comes up with the play, flips it over to Littaw at first. Then we have a 1-2-3 top half of the third. We'll be back in a moment here on Live Ticket TV coverage of the Father's Day Tournament in Winter with the bottom three action, home half, in just a moment.
Stop by your hometown grocer, County Fair, now in Winter and Platte. Same friendly faces with a brand new name. County Fair is a fourth-generation family-owned business based in South Dakota. They offer friendly service and the freshest food at great prices. County Fair carries premium certified Angus beef, locally grown produce, and much more. Shop County Fair in Winter and Platte, the friendliest store in town.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Elevate Agronomics is now added to Cal Basgrow to our seed lineup. Along with brands like LG Seeds, Dakota, and Westbred, we can find the best hybrid to fit your farm. When it comes to your chemicals, we can finance many of your chemical needs for 1.9% while still offering full cash discounts. Elevate is also your precision planting dealer, with a meter stand and an expert on staff to help get your row units and planting equipment ready for this upcoming season. Give us a call or check us out at elevateagronomics.com. Elevate Agronomics. Reach new heights.
Shop local with Burke, Gregory, and Winter Building Centers, your hometown hardware stores specializing in everything from finding the right drill bit to building your dream home. The crews at the building centers take pride in customer service and are always available to help with any project, big or small. They offer top-of-the-line flooring and cabinetry, a large inventory of rental items, quality Pittsburgh paint, and so much more. Follow them on Facebook or shop online anytime at buildingcentersd.com.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Welcome back. Leahy Bowl, bottom three underway. It's the shortstop for the Royals up. Weston Foster, first pitch, going to be a ball. Second pitch, going to miss inside and take our count quickly to 2-0. Weston batting at this 10-hole spot, the double leadoff position for him. He'll watch that one stay inside. Count goes to 3-0. So Robbins on deck. Was 0 for 1 and struck out in his first plate appearance. But it was a nice AB, couple of foul balls, fighting hard. So Chidozi looking hopefully to fight his way back here as Foster watches that one. The old automatic catch the outside. Chidozi winds, delivers again. This one over the plate. Foster takes a nice cut at it, but it's fouled back. So the count will go full. So as Chidozi winds, delivers the payoff pitch. That one's put in play. Fielded by Sudbeck at second. Throw over in time for out number one to retire Foster over at first with the 4-3 putout. And that will flip the lineup card over and bring up Rukin Robbins. Chidozi starts the windup, delivers to Robbins. He's going to go after the first pitch. And that one's going to be fouled up and right over by the dugout, not quite out of play. So the count will go to 0-1. As Robbins digs back in, Chidozi's set, and we're ready to go here again. That one, he's going to waste no time and send a nice seeing-eye single up the middle, straight to dead center. And he will be aboard here with the one-out single. So we'll give you a quick look over at Rue at first. We'll try to get this camera to focus a little bit on him. The man with the single there does what he needs to do as he's getting his signs, and will start his lead. We'll jump back over. Chidozi going to take his time, check on Robbins over at first. He'll wind, deliver, and Feasterman going to, wrong camera angle, going to pop that one up right in front of home plate. Chidozi comes off, grabs that one for out number two, and it'll be Carter McKenzie. 1 for 1 with a triple in his first plate appearance. Due up next. So as first pitch to McKenzie, line delivered, that one thrown just in front of home plate. Second pitch to McKenzie on its way. He's going to get underneath that one. It's blooping over towards the the Royals dugout, but it's going to fall harmlessly. Mr. Leichner not quite able to reach that one. And so things even out at 1-1. McKenzie looking to keep the offense rolling for the Royals here in the bottom of the third after Robbins single with one. And then Feasterman's, oh, holy. McKenzie gets a piece of that one. And it is going to get over the left fielder's head. Kurtenbach out in left was playing deep, ready for a shot like that. Robbins going to round third and will score. And so McKenzie going to come up with a double that scores Robbins. And then after the throw home, it's McKenzie advancing over to third. So for his second time today, he's on base in the same spot after both plate appearances. Going to bring up now Littaw with the opportunity here to tie this one up. As the first baseman, Evan Littaw, had some good contact in his first plate appearance, just grounded out over to short. That one going to miss. Leischner did such a nice job with the block, lost it himself, but it stayed right in front of home. McKenzie not moving anywhere on that one.
Ball one to Littaw.
So as Josie comes set after collecting a sign, he will wide home deliver. The second pitch going to stay upstairs as well. So Littaw quickly up and top in this count. Jadozi going to have to fight back here down 2-0. He'll collect the sign, check on McKenzie over at third and deliver again. Littaw watched that one pretty intently, but still misses just low, just outside. One of the two. Combination of the two. And with a 3-0 count, I'm assuming Coach Feasterman going to put the red light on here. Littaw doesn't look like that bat's moving off his shoulder. And it's in there for a called strike. Did move a little bit. He timed the pitch up, but no swing. Now still looking for something nice to pitch. Jadozi's going to have to come back with another pretty good looking one here, I'd assume. Still trailing in this count, and it was pretty good looking. And that one right on the outer half. Count goes full. Of course, that's one as a hitter. Don't necessarily want to have to swing. You'd rather see something down the pipeline in a 3-1 count, but Jadozi hitting his marks even though he's behind, looking to do some damage, and finally it's going to just get away from him as he was trying to hit that outer corner for the one more time and put runners on the corner with Littaw with the walk over to first. We'll give you a look over at Littaw over on first, and then we'll also kind of catch the meeting on the mound here. Jadozi doing a nice job. I think this is probably just one defensive chit-chat. You know, what we're doing here, if the runner goes, because it's only 2 2/3 for Jadozi on 48 pitches, 30 of them for strikes, and facing 14 Royals batters. I say that, but it looks like Leischner might be taking off his shin guards. Can't really tell. Kind of catching both meetings here. Actually, we'll zoom out a little bit more. It was just an adjustment of the shin guards. Got to see the meeting out for the actual defensive for the Parkston Trojans, and then you got to see Uriah Gonzalez and his coaches also meet up there talking what the heck's going on. So with 2 down, runners on the corners, and the Royals trailing by 1, it's the big lefty extra hitter Uriah Gonzalez digging in. First pitch to Gonzalez, called strike. Runner going now, and the delayed steal. I think a little bit too much speed on the delayed steal. Didn't even get anybody a chance to actually notice him going. But either way, it puts runners now again in scoring position. And Gonzalez is 1 for 1 with a single. And if that one got a little bad roll off the mound. Otherwise, that might have been 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. It'll leave the Royals with 1 run, 2 stranded off of 1 hit, no Parkston errors. And so as we head to the top of the 4th, the Trojan defense has a chink in the armor, but not a breakage. 2-1 after 3 complete. We'll be back on liveticket.tv with the top of the 4th in just a moment.
If you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
For all those hardworking dads and granddads out there, Grossenberg Implement knows what you want for Father's Day. Anything John Deere. Grossenberg Implement invites everyone to come in this Friday and Saturday, June 14th and the 15th, and take advantage of 10% off all John Deere merchandise. Caps, shirts, gloves, collector toys, and more. We're sure you'll find the perfect gift for Father's Day. Stop by any of the 9 Grossenberg Implement locations and save 10% on John Deere merchandise this Friday and Saturday.
It might be time for you to strongly consider leasing bulls from Jorgensen Land and Cattle. Here's Cody.
We'll get the bull to your place. Generally, we'll be able to get the bull picked up when you're done with them. So there's no reason for you to have a bull around your place for 9 to 10 months of the year that you don't need him. He's just costing you money. He's eating feed. He's tearing up your corral. So there's just no reason for it. It's become very popular just in the fact that it's convenient for people.
Call 1-800-548-BULL.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Back to action here from Leahy Bold. Top 4 just underway. Leadoff man here. Going to be Cohen Bauer for the Parkston Trojans. So he took a cut there at the first pitch. Going to see a count go 0-1 as we have a meeting at the mound quickly. Feasterman wanted a word with McKenzie to try to talk about something. We'll get back underway as Max going to get back behind the dish. Second pitch to Bauer. Going to run high and in off the hood of Feasterman. Bauer going to take the next pitch, bloop that one over to Foster at shortstop. He's going to come up with it cleanly. It's kind of died off on him. We'll retire Bauer for out number 1. And we'll bring up next Crew Wilson. Crew in his first plate appearance. Just retired, 0 for 1.
Right now it's 4-2. Wagner on top of Gregory after 2 innings in Colome.
Just getting an update of the other game going on down in Colome. Of course, that's the first round game, split between Winter and Colome. Great effort by Litaw down the line, but not going to be able to come up with it. It's 4-2. Wagner's leading down in Colome. As Wilson going to go upstairs after that one. It's Wagner leading Gregory after 2 complete by a score of 4-2 down there. Drop third strike, going to get away from Feasterman. Throw down in time. Oh, dropped over there by Litaw. Kind of a weird angle as Wilson was trying to get there right in front of Litaw. Kind of obstructed that view just for a second, enough to throw off the throw. And so with the strikeout of Wilson and then drop third strike, it's going to be the second baseman Sudbeck due up next. That one put into play right in front of the pitcher. And with the play, McKenzie had nowhere to go but to go after Sudbeck at first, and he will retire Sudbeck on the 1-3 put out. for out number 2, but advances Wilson to second and brings up the third baseman, Zach Thuringer.
Ball inside. 1-0, 2 out. Runner at second.
As McKenzie collects his sign, checks on Wilson at second, and pickoff attempt not going to be in time.
Off attempt. Runner gets back.
McKenzie will wind, deliver again. That one kind of checked on from Thuringer, but in there for a called strike. So McKenzie takes a third look out at Wilson at second, will deliver, and Thuringer going to take another cut at that one and fall behind now 1-2 in this count. Now McKenzie will wind, deliver again, get Thuringer on strikes. So Parkston will come up with no runs on no hits, 1 man left on here in the visiting half of the fourth. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Live Ticket TV here with the home half in just a moment.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
There's a lot of uncertainties in farming and ranching today, but one thing is certain. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain, Winter, and Mitchell are your crop and livestock insurance specialists. Statewide agents have a background in agriculture and work hard to provide growers and ranchers with risk management plans and insurance coverage that fits their business needs. From hail insurance, livestock revenue protection, to multi-peril crop and revenue insurance, Statewide will help you with the right decisions. Statewide Ag Insurance in Chamberlain, Winter, and Mitchell. Locally owned, your dependable partner in crop and livestock protection and equal opportunity provider.
Agrimax and West River Ag have been in the Winter area for a combined total of 9 years. We offer top-of-the-line services and inputs such as chemical, seed, fertilizer application, spraying, and agronomy services with a certified crop advisor on staff. We are a full-service business that is locally owned and operated. We look forward to continuing service to the ag community and cannot wait to help you with all your agricultural needs. Agrimax, shaping the future of ag.
Early seed season is here. Littow Seed carries Hefty brand corn and beans for their genetics, technology, and treatments. Hefty's corn has been very drought tolerant and an excellent yielding. We also have Enlist and XtendFlex soybeans for your choice in herbicide. With Dynagrow, we're at the top of the South Dakota field trials for their sunflowers and milo. And with Millbarn, we're the leader in grass, cover crop, and forages. Call 605-840-4591 for Littow Seed, your source for corn to cover crops, soybeans to sunflowers, and all forages. That's 605-840-4591.
The Winter Advocate is the exclusive newspaper of Tripp County, serving Winter, Colome, and the surrounding communities. Each Wednesday, you'll find the latest in state and local news, sports, job openings, classifieds, and all legal public notices. Call 842-1481 or stop down to 125 West 3rd to start your subscription today. Don't forget our deadlines, Friday at 5 p.m. for The Advocate and 12 on Fridays for The Rocket. The Winter Advocate is a proud partner of Winter Warriors Live and wish the Warriors and Lady Warriors success all this season.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl Father's Day coverage here from Winter, South Dakota. It was Langston Dutt leading things off with the hit by pitch. As this one will be fouled back just out of the reach of Leischner behind the plate. Tobin still alive, 1-2 here. Actually, Leischner kind of at least walking a little gingerly after that one, it looked like. It was a pitching change. It's just now going to be Wilson As Crew comes in to pitch, it's a straight swamp of the DH and the pitcher. So Jadozzi, I assume that means taking the DH responsibility. As Tobin cuts on, actually pickoff attempt over to first to the back pick technically is the way it goes down. Dutt smartly gets back to first and drop third strike with first base occupied. You were out. I mean, Tobin doing what you should do as a player. I mean, might as well try to run it out, but also causing a little bit of confusion. Luckily, over there at first, Dutt smartly back in there safely. And so it'll be the second baseman, Levi Heenan, who was robbed of a nice hit in his first plate appearance, as Newble climbed the ladder, snagged that one, and almost even doubled up Mr. Dutt in the process. That was back in the the second for the Royals, with the runners on second and third. So Heenan quickly ahead in this count as Wilson can't quite find the zone. A little bit smaller. Looks like he's trying to take a little bit off to find it, and will there. Wilson will line deliver again. That one runs too far inside, and the count goes to 3-1 now to Mr. Heenan. And that one's put back into play. Oh, and Wilson, I mean, kind of just needed to think about the play a little bit more there. Had Dutt at second, could have had the double play. Instead went right after Heenan over at first, just kind of rushed the throw a little bit, and all of a sudden, after the error on Wilson, it'll be runners on second and third with one away. Bringing up the right fielder, Riley Pepple. First pitch to Pepple, swung on. Second pitch from Crew Wilson to Riley Pepple, going to be popped up. It's going to get kind of into no man's land, and it's going to drop in there safely. Dutt thought about going. Instead, just kind of decided to retreat, realized the force wasn't on. Now in a situation with the bases loaded like that, it will be Langston Dutt needing to score there. And actually, it looks like we might even see a courtesy runner coming in here from Coach Feasterman. Still trying to figure out who's going to run. Yep, looks like it's going to be number 13, Gage Tucker, coming into courtesy run over there, or pinch run.
Pinch runner on third, now for Dutt. Tucker. Foster up the bat.
It's going to be Weston Foster with a chance to really help the Royals' cause here. He's going to foul the first pitch off the end of the bat. Fall behind 0-1 as Wilson going to get on top early here. The second pitch from Crew on the way. That one's going to be found a gap. Tobin Foster. I'll get this right eventually. I don't know why I keep trying to say Weston Tobin. Weston Foster with the RBI single to tie things up at 2 apiece. And leaves the bases loaded at this point. And it'll flip the lineup card back over. It's going to be Rook and Robbins up at the dish now. The left fielder 1 for 2.
Strike one, inside corner.
So he watches the first one sail inside for strike number 1 as Crew comes back with a nice answer. Got himself in a little bit of trouble, though, here in the bottom of this 4th inning so far, as Robbins going to chase after that one. It's going to end up in foul territory and get just over the head of Bauer over at first. Cohen, nice effort, but not able to track it down. But it will take the count to 0-2 now to Rook and Robbins.
0-2. 1 out. Bases full.
Robbins goes after the next pitch again, fouls it off to stay alive. 3 pitches, 3 cuts from Rue. So his crew checks on all the runners. He'll deliver this one to Rue. It's going to stay outside and take our count now to 1-2. Bases remain loaded for the Royals, looking for a big inning. Crooked number. As Rue watches that one high and in, evens things up at 2 apiece. Defense still playing in that actually shortened position. Surprised we're not seeing just the corners in. Middle infield looking to roll one. As he fouls that one back into the screen. And actually, real surprised and just taking a look out there is, I mean, you can see Sudbeck. He is very shallow. If you watch him, right side of your video player there at second base, with the pitch to Robbins, at least that last one, he was coming way in. Robbins going to foul another one off. And see, that's about where, if you look at Sudbeck, as I was mentioning, he was playing earlier, almost, I mean, I guess I understand the home and one situation, keep the run, but I figured the middle infield might as well try to roll one up themselves to get out of the jam. As Robbins watches that one stay upstairs, and count will go full. Rue doing a nice job, what a leadoff man realistically should do. Seen a lot of pitches, good AB. This is what you would call a quality at-bat. So he goes upstairs, that one's down the line, but it's going to be foul. So we'll come back and do it all over again. So Wilson will get the sign, deliver again to Robbins. He goes upstairs and fouls another one off. Granted, that one might have been ball 4, and we've seen it a couple times. He's gone after those pitches upstairs, but at the same time, a walk isn't as much fun as putting one in play. So Robbins is still doing a nice job at the dish. Technically, quality AB is anything over 5 pitches. I think we're almost double that here with Robbins. As that one's put in play, it's going to be, an awkward situation. Thuringer looked like he might have caught it. Instead, does not able to come up with it. It's going to score Heenan, but it was fielded by Newble then, who just went over to third to retire Peppel on the force out. It'll put runners on first and second now for the Royals with 2 away. And bring up the catcher, Max Feasterman, 0 for 2 on the afternoon, or early morning, actually. It's weird being here. Leahy Bowl this early in the morning. Most of the time we get evening, afternoon games, but not a lot of time do we see tournaments that you get the early morning, except for Father's Day weekend here from Leahy Bowl. As Feasterman watches that one go low and away, evening things up at 1 apiece. Get a view here of Mr. Wilson checking on the runners, delivering. Feasterman puts it in play, grounded over to Newble at short, throw across to first. Going to be short-armed, and so off the throwing error, the E6, it's going to score 1 and put runners on second and third now for, actually, I mean, not very often can you say this, and I don't think necessarily we're going to see it happen, but we are on cycle watch with Carter McKenzie right now with a triple and a double, and Oh, they're going to intentionally walk him. Not going to give him the chance to hit here and bring up Evan Littaw. Yeah. Nathan, I figure I had to say it. How many times can you say a 14-year-old is on cycle watch? And Littaw going to watch the first pitch outside, take it 1-0. Of course, we'll leave it a little bit wider so you can see all the workings that are going on. Bases loaded. The crooked inning is already up there for the Royals, but looking to add more as Littaw fouls that one off. Wilson realistically has done a really nice job here on the bump to even just limit the damage to what it's been. I mean, a couple of these runs here, at least that last one from Heenan that scored, not going to go in as an earned run with the error. Littaw going to put that one in play over to Sudbeck. Throw over to first in time to Bauer for the 4-3 put out, but not before the Royals come up with 3 runs on 2 hits and an error from the Trojans. As we head to the 5th, it's going to be their opportunity in this visiting half to see what they can do to cut back into those 3 runs that the Royals just plated. We'll see what they can do after hearing from our sponsors on Live Ticket TV.
Easy Entrees is a locally owned business that specializes in take and bake entrees. We feature an assortment of frozen, ready-to-bake options for you to choose from. All of our recipes are made with care and fresh ingredients so that you can have a healthy and delicious meal, allowing you to have more quality time with your family. Our menus change monthly. Just click on our banner ad at the sports ticket page to see our current monthly menu. Remember, dishing up dinner is as easy as picking up the phone and dialing 842-EASY for Easy Entrees.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Eklund Tax Service, located at 3. Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Welcome back to action from Leahy Bowl. Top 5 just getting underway. So as Mackenzie Wines delivers breaking ball inside, it's going to be the leadoff man here for the Parkston Trojans. Going to be Jack Jadozzi, who was the starting pitcher, now the DH after the swap. He's going to cut that one on, and it's going to get out of play. We'll kind of leave that one alone. Oh. It's going to be $1 to a lucky fan here from Leahy Bold, returning that one to the concession stand. And the breaking ball going to set Jadozzi down. Kind of had him turning his shoulder just enough, worried about it grazing him, but catches the inner corner. As Mackenzie goes front foot slider, or front foot curve. Almost a slurve. Got that weird sweeping action. And after the strikeout, the next batter up for Parkston going to be Overby. The right fielder was hit by pitch in his first plate appearance, but now currently down early in this count. 0-2 as Mackenzie is just now pounding the zone. Take a look at his body of work after this pitch, and it's going to be foul. Litoff fields it. So through this 4 2/3 for McKenzie, or excuse me, 4 1/3. I don't know why I assumed the out from Overby there, but 4 1/3. McKenzie's given up 3 hits, 2 runs with 6 strikeouts. And now make it 4 2/3. Is Overby going to be retired on strikes? Hit total stays the same, run total stays the same, but that's 7 strikeouts now for McKenzie. Does have a hits batsman, but has only thrown 63 pitches, 45 of them for strikes. It's going to bring up Kurtenbach. The leadoff man fouls that one off. 0 for 2 on the morning. McKenzie going after that front foot breaking ball again. That one didn't break as much and almost actually even clipped Kurtenbach. Third pitch of the at-bat going to stay upstairs. So 2-1 goes our count, and maybe a little bit of jinxing after I said McKenzie's pounding the zone. He'll come set, deliver, and Kurtenbach goes upstairs after that one. Nice cut, a healthy cut, but it puts Deuces wild. 2-2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away from Leahy Bowl. Top 5. McKenzie winds, delivers, and that's not the ideal situation to have it happen, but hits batsman, going to put a runner aboard, and Kurtenbach will take a look over. Not going to rub it. Going to be over there at first, getting his gloves on, ready to run. We'll zoom this one back out, give you a little bit of a side angle here. Watch McKenzie, his time still called, still letting Kurtenbach get prepared to run the bases. And it's going to be the shortstop, Newble, digging in next. Burke. Well, actually, we'll see McKenzie step off first. Didn't like the sign. Going to check on the runner over at first again. Pickoff attempt. Not in time. McKenzie will collect the sign again, check on the runner. Pickoff attempt over, actually. And actually, with Kurtenbach over at first, I like the way he's playing. Going to test McKenzie, see what's comfortable. He's been back safely a couple times. Going to test the limit of what McKenzie's willing to do. As the runner's going to go, he'll be up safely, and the leadoff man does what he's supposed to. Gets on base any way he can, and then all of a sudden, stealing second. McKenzie will check on him again at second. Wind, deliver. That one pounds the zone, evening things up at 1 apiece. Runner going to be going again. In there at third. Nice movement. Actually, that was just Kurtenbach timing up McKenzie's motion to a T, able to get in there safely. So we'll jump over and see this camera maybe. Count goes to 2-2. Give you another look over here at Kurtenbach, who's been a hassle on the base paths. McKenzie going to wind, deliver home. That one's put in play, and it's going to be an RBI single. Nice AB there from Burke Newble.
Nice hit there by Burke. Single drives in a run, so single RBI.
And so all of a sudden, there's one play to cut back into this a little bit from Parkston. Looking to have their own crooked inning after the Royals comes up with one. Trying to mitigate that damage that was done as we take a look over. We'll get McKenzie and Newmole in the same shot in that RBI single, and we'll see if McKenzie wants to throw over. He'll step off instead. We'll tighten that camera in just a hair. And then we'll jump out, get ready as McKenzie collects a sign. Ooh, pickoff attempt. I just made the switch too early. Newbold going to be back in there safely, though, at first. So I suppose we'll switch back over, see if we can catch the action again. Another pickoff. McKenzie getting a little wild with some of these pickoff throws. Needs to be careful. At this point, you know, the runner at first doesn't mean the most. Obviously represents the tying run, but the important factor here is until something gets put in play. If McKenzie can deliver strikes, it wouldn't matter how much he moves. You can give him 2 stolen bases, puts a little more pressure on you, but if you get the batter, it's hard for Newell to score. Of course, if you are Mr. Deckard at the dish here now, up 2-0, this is a situation you're just on base any way you can. Up 2-0 on the count, going to make McKenzie work, as we've seen he doesn't feel the most comfortable with the runners on. And I like the cut. It's a healthy one. Deckard by no means looking to just walk, showing McKenzie that with the strength of that cut. He'll do it again. Evens things up at 2-2. Runner going, breaking ball, called strike. So Parkston will cut into that 2-run deficit, make the score now 4-3 going into the bottom and home half of the 5th inning, where the Royals looking to add more to what they scored with that crooked inning last inning. We'll see if Mr. Wilson and the Parkston defense can hold strong and give them an opportunity here in the top of the 6th. Of course, that all takes place after hearing from our sponsors that make this possible on Live Ticket TV.
23 Main Street in Gregory, South Dakota is available for all your tax preparations. Mark Eklund has been a staple in the Gregory community for many years and wants to help you and your business have success by specializing in all types of bookkeeping. Eklund Tax can take care of any agricultural, retail, or personal bookkeeping or tax preparation. Call Mark at Eklund Tax today at 605-835-9665.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS. Do you have a...
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today. Lucky for us.
Is your team or organization...
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
Welcome back to Leahy Bowl Bottom 5. Leads off things with Uriah Gonzalez, the extra hitter. He'll be retired there as we jump back. It's Sudbeck over for the 4-3 putout for out number 1. And that'll bring up Langston Dutt, the man who kind of started, if I remember right, started off the whole scoring and crooked inning, last inning for the Royals with the being hit by pitch. As Wilson winds, delivers, and almost does it again. As Crude winds, delivers that one, evening things up, catching the outer half to the lefty. Third pitch of the at-bat to Dutt stays upstairs and count goes 2-1. And Dutt watches another pitch catch the outer half. Langston evening things up at 2-2. Crew just doing a nice job on the bump and relief. Mentioned it in the last thing. Even though it came up with a couple runs, Dutt looking to get things started just like he did the last time. He's going to round heavy, look, and come back. So Dutt bored with the leadoff single. Give you a look there at Wilson and Dutt. We'll go ahead and focus in on Mr. Dutt for a second with that nice single to start things off. And then we'll bring it back home. As this one wasted no time as Tobin going to put that one in play. The nice strong 6-3 put out for out number 2. Going to put Dutt aboard at second now, but with 2 down. And it's going to bring up the second baseman, Levi Heenan. Wilson breaking ball, going to stay too far out. Heenan 0-for-2 on the morning, but looking to add at least one insurance run. Single might do it, depending on how it's hit and the jump that Langston gets at second. As Cash will, I keep trying to say Cash, it's Crew. Wilson on the bump for the Trojans, going to wind, deliver. And that will put him on the board in the strike category. Count moves to 2-1. Of course, Levi not a big kid at the dish. A little bit smaller zone than some of the other kids that you might see in this Royals lineup. He's going to put that one in play over to first. It's fielded. Now nobody's at first, and I think that's got to be scored an infield hit. So it'll put runners on corners as Levi keeps the inning alive. And brings up now Riley Peppel, the right fielder. Give you a quick look over again at Levi Heenan, the man who had the nice infield single there before jumping back to action. And the pass ball will score Dutter. So there's one insurance run for the Royals and looking for more. Riley going to watch that one stay outside. Count will go to 2-0. Give you a look here at Crew as he collects his sign. Gives the nod and delivers. Pitch stays upstairs. Count goes now 3-0 to Riley. It's Crew winds, delivers, and that one's going to get away as Leischner tried to kind of frame that one up. Just kind of had it go off the toe of the mitt, and then it'll put runners back on the corners. We'll see time get called, and so we'll switch over, give you a view of the meeting of the minds here on the bump. Of course, this is probably just a nice conversation saying, guys, there's 2 down. Let's just get out of here. You know, if you can get the runner stealing, go ahead and throw him out, or, you know, so maybe even say vice versa. And if we're going to fake the throw, try to get the guy at third, there's a lot of options. You know, that's why you kind of bring out a coach to talk about these moments, as well as just like, guys, just keep our heads. All it takes is one more out. We're out of here. We'll get the sticks going. Let's plate some runs. And so they'll break. And we will get back to action here with runners on first and second. So Weston up. First pitch to Mr. Foster. Going to be outside for ball number 1. This Crew sets, delivers to Foster. Going to put that one out into the outfield. It's going to find the right center gap, and that'll give another crooked number inning here for the Royals. And another insurance run. As well as flip over the lineup card and bring up Rook and Robbins. Runners on first and second, and we'll take a quick peek over to the man who got it done. The RBI there from Weston Foster. So Rue going to watch the first pitch there called on the outer half. Second pitch from Crew to Robbins on the way. He's going to go upstairs. Likes the high pitches. That's something, if you're joining us, Rukin doing a nice job at going upstairs to get pitches. Of course, not the biggest kid, but not afraid to swing that bat above his head and go get a ball. So takes the count, though, to 0-2. As the Trojans look to get out of this bottom half of the fifth and get back to the dish to see if they can't plate a couple runs of their own. Need to plate at this point at least 3. And Father's Day tournament going to be 6-inning games here from Leahy Bowl as well as down in Colome. And of course, the Colome action only going to be that first round action these first couple games. Newell going to field that one, throw across the diamond for the 6-3 put out for out number 3. Takes us through 5 complete, where it's the Royals leading this one by a score of 6-3. They come up with 2 runs on a couple more hits, no Parkston errors, and now looking to play defense to push themselves into the semifinals. We'll see what happens after hearing from our sponsors that make this all possible on Live Ticket TV.
Looking to improve their look? Are you looking for quality custom apparel with fast, friendly service from people you can trust? Then contact Apparel Works in Wagner, South Dakota. They can provide you with all kinds of options of screen printing or embroidery on your team's new uniforms or your office wear. Apparel Works is also the place to pick up your promotional items such as koozies, pens, and magnets. Contact their knowledgeable and friendly staff today at 605-384-3553 or visit their website at apparelworkssd.com.
Do you have the right financial advisor to help you reach your goals? Ameriprise Advisors can create a personalized, goal-based plan to help you prepare for whatever life brings so you can feel more confident about your financial future. Call Wealth Partners, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, today at 605-842-3832. That's 605-842-3832. Office is located at 214 East 2nd Street, Winters, South Dakota, 57580. Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Mead Lumber is 100% employee-owned. Mead Lumber is your source for building materials. Whether your plans are for new construction or updating your existing home or barn, Mead Lumber provides the know-how and the materials you need. Lumber, steel, roofing, siding, drywall, windows, doors, and so much more. Start to finish, Mead Lumber has what you need and want for your project. Mead Lumber is your hometown lumber yard. Stop in and see what Mead can do for you. 102 North Main Street in Winter.
The Insurance Center in Winter is an independent insurance agency affiliated with many fine companies representing all types of insurance.
Welcome back to the Meyer Ag Press Box. Contact Trace Meyer, your Beck's hybrid seed dealer, and see how Meyer Ag can make every acre count for you.
We'll cut into that ad a little bit to get back to action here from the top of the 6th. We'll adjust our scoreboard as well. Got a little busy talking up here about the Chamberlain Lyman team. Of course, you know the area. It's not exactly the closest to communities, I guess, for when it comes to baseball. Between the two of them, it is. So that's going to be an infield single, but a nice job by Weston Foster to stop that one. As Fleischner's aboard to start things off. Leadoff man is on. But we started discussing the logistics of travel between Chamberlain and Lyman for practice and whatnot. The fact that, you know, in 2024, we're kind of the point that you could almost host probably a virtual practice and make it work. It's bunt shown, but going to be called. Strike one to the first baseman, Bauer. Oop, that's what's going on. So that one's going to be fouled up and out of play. Actually, didn't get the chance, but let's give you a look over at the man who started things off, and Mr. Leichner with that leadoff single. As Bauer falling behind now, 0-2 in the count. Pickoff attempt. Ooh, it's jumped away, but that one, nice job by Litaw. Didn't get to see it, but came off the bag. That was almost a E1 throwing error. So McKenzie will wind deliver. Bauer going to go upstairs. Foul that one out of play. Count will remain at that 0-2 mark. Let's take a look defensively. Again, McKenzie threw 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 error, or 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts. Sitting at 85 pitches after that one. As it misses low and away. 58 of them for strikes. The other side, as Bauer watches that one up and in, evening things out. It was Jadozzi with the start. Had 3 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks and a strikeout. As McKenzie delivers again, Bauer going to pop that one up. That one, it's McKenzie going to take it, and he'll haul it in for out number 1. After Jadozzi's time on the bump was over, it's been Wilson since. He's gone 2 innings, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, 2 walks and a strikeout. And Jadozzi had 50 pitches, 32 of them for strikes, and Crew has thrown 55 pitches, 32 of them for strikes. So McKenzie will hammer the inside half there, jump ahead on his pitching opposition at this point. So Wilson going to watch that one stay up and in, evening things out at 1 apiece. McKenzie checks on the runner, winds, delivers again. Wilson fouls that one back and into the screen.
1 ball, 2 strikes to the batter.
McKenzie will wind and deliver again. Wilson going to go upstairs and get that one. It's going to be popped up, and it's going to get just out of play. Heard Coach Feasterman yelling at Max there, and that's out of play, but that's one, that's an MLB catcher's play right on the fence. Every guy's dream. You want to jump up and catch one that's just out of play. You can't see it on the camera, but I mean, it hit off the top of the fence. If Max was just a little quicker, could have got there, made that nice jumping grab, that would have made, I'm sure his dad's so happy to watch him sit there and break an ankle or try to get to that one. So the count will remain at 1-2. Crew Wilson still at the dish and fighting hard. It's going to take 3 runs here from the Trojans to keep this thing going. Of course, at least that's my understanding. The Father's Day tournament, 6 innings instead of the normal 7. Also the time limit. This game started at 10:04. Games are slotted for 1 hour and 45 minutes. No innings will start after that point. As Wilson going to do a nice piece of hitting down that left field line. Right down the line. Rook and Robbins does a nice job tracking it down out there in the left. But it's a single for the man on screen to keep things moving. Puts runners on first and second now for the Trojans. Of course, the reason for that hour 45 that was aforementioned. Got a lot of games going on today here at Leahy Bowl and even down in Colome. You've got this game as well as the next action here, Britton Junior Teeners versus the Chamberlain Lyman Junior Teeners. 2 games going on at Colome now, as well as slated at that noon slot. And then the games from 2, 4, 6, and 8 will all take place here at Leahy Bowl. So 6 games in a day is a lot to get through. Kind of got to keep you in that 2-hour limit to get through 12 hours of baseball. That's where the 12 came in. It's 2, 12, a lot of numbers in my head going on. Count 2 and 1. We'll keep the numbers going to the batter, Sudbeck, the second baseman, and make it 2 and 2 as he takes a cut at that one. McKenzie will nod the sign, deliver to Sudbeck, and Sudbeck out in front. Looks like they're going to be retired on strikes for out number 2, bringing up next. The third baseman, Zach Thuringer. Time gets called. I believe that's all we're going to see from McKenzie. Well, maybe not. I don't know for sure. I would think so, considering I don't think with one out left you would go to the bump unless you had to at this point if you're Coach Feasterman. I'll give you a nice view of it here. We're switching cameras. And we'll kind of actually catch both views, both coaches meeting together here between players. And it's going to be Uriah Gonzalez coming in to finish this one out, it looks like. Trying to see how this is all going to shape up. Looks like Levi Heenan's going to come out. Weston Foster's going to move over from short to second. Carter McKenzie's going to go from pitch to short. And Uriah is going to take Levi's spot on the field, basically. Is how it's all going to work out. Of course, sorry about the silence, folks. Listening to Coach Feasterman, and he did explain what I thought it was. It's going to be the DH or EH coming into pitch, Levi Heenan coming out, Weston Foster moving over to second, Carter McKenzie moving to short. Of course, that means if Parkston is to plate 3 runs here and force that bottom half of the 6th, the batting lineup would not change for the Royals. But at that same time, we got to get there first. They're still 2 down. Parkston is still on the attack. Runners on first and second, and Thuringer had a pretty nice day. I mean, some hard hit balls, 0 for 2 on the morning, but putting them in play.
New pitcher in there. The batting order is the same, just change some positions around the field. New pitcher is Uriah.
So Thuringer steps in. Uriah checks on the runners. At this point, it's just him and the batters. Kind of all it comes down to at this point. If you're throwing strikes, you're fine. As long as nobody gets on base, if you're the Royals at this point, you should be safe. So Uriah's second pitch, going to be a little low, a little outside. Count goes 2-0 to Thuringer. As Uriah comes set, will deliver again. That one must have been low. Count goes to 3-0 to Thuringer. That one called strike, the old automatic at 3-1. So Uriah going to come set again. Line deliver. Thuringer going to draw the base on balls to load things up. And it will bring up next the extra hitter, DH, whatever you want to call it at this point, Jack Jadozzi. As Uriah winds, delivers again. Pitch high, catches the upper zone. Moves the count to 1-0. Had a little bit of a stroke moment there. Brain didn't want to keep up with the mouth. Or mouth couldn't keep up with the brain. Probably the proper terminology. As Gonzalez's second pitch to Jadozzi stays upstairs, evening things out at 1 apiece. Base is loaded. We'll switch over to the wide cam, give you a better look at everything going on the field. As that one's grounded over to first. Litoff fielded cleanly, steps on first, and that should do it. It's going to be the Royals moving on here from our first game at Leahy Bowl, first official score. We'll see if we can't find an update as we get ready for the next one. of what's going on down in Colome between Gregory and Wagner. So it'll be Parkston playing at 2 o'clock now after that one. The Royals will be playing again next at 6 p.m. tonight. And that will do it for covered action number 1 here. We will switch over, get ready for game number 2. Again, that one's taking place between Britton and Chamberlain Lyman in just about, well, we'll try to keep it as close to schedule as you can. So expect a noon schedule kickoff here. Get the teams ready to roll and keep things moving. Thank you for tuning in to this first game coverage. We'll be back in just a few.